Welcome back to another episode of this Manchester City point deduction challenge. Previously, we started this challenge with a 20-point deduction, in which we obviously got given to us thanks to the manager live start point. We had to sell 20 million worth of player sales. We've done that relatively easy here. We are now sitting in 8th with 13 games left to go. We've only lost 2 games so far this season. Our aim was obviously to get out of the relegation zone with that minus 20 points. We did that in the first episode. We did that before the first episode was even over. Now, in the second episode, we just grinded towards the latter half of the season, where we are now only 8 points off the top 4, which is our goal. Our goal is top 4 for this season. Our initial goal was possibly trying to win the Premier League, but unfortunately, we realistically have to have to win every single game or not draw. If we had turn those 2 losses into draws, we'd be up to 45 points, and we'd be in a better position to argue with that. Now, in those 13 games remaining, we play Fulham. We play Newcastle United, who actually are currently doing the Invincibles. They have 13 wins and 12 draws, so they are doing the Invincibles in better fashion than what Arsenal did the Invincibles, and they're going to be a top 2 battle there. In March, we will have nobody really hard, so we'll probably skip through the entirety of March there. And then in April, we end the season against Chelsea and Arsenal, 2 title contenders there. Currently, Chelsea, the title leading team there, so that will be that, and then we end the season against Burnley. So let's go and get straight into this episode, where we'll quick sim against Fulham and then get straight into the episode against Newcastle United. A win against Fulham. Marmoush and Savinho 2-1. And well, Invincibles no more. Newcastle United finally pick up their first loss to the season there. And now we are currently, with those game played, we are currently a game in hand, and we are 7 points off of Liverpool. We are 9 points off of Newcastle United. We could jump up here and get close. Kraft and Marmoush now. Kraft just gives away the ball. Manchester City 1, Newcastle United 0. Rodri, Marmoush out wide for Jeremy Doku. And Jeremy Doku, we're flying. Newcastle United are flailing here. It's all Man City. Ruben Amorim. Savinho. Over the top for Erling Haaland. Header is wide. Jeremy Doku down on the left-hand side, and Jeremy Doku is in behind. And Jeremy Doku into Erling. Headed or cleared away. Tiani Rainers down to Rodri. I'm going to hit it because why not? And that's probably why not. Straight blocked. Visa straight to the keeper. Halftime. 1-0 up here. That's the first time I've said that this whole little mini-series. Every time we've gone to half, we've been losing or drawing 0-0. Haaland out wide for Savinho. And now Savinho down the right-hand side. He's good. I cannot speak English. Anthony Gordon. That's going to be a cutback 1-1. And City draw level, or Newcastle draw level. Into Rodri into Haaland, and Erling Haaland into Marmoush, and Omar Marmoush gets the shot off, bodied off the way, and kind of put off the balance. And it's cleared up the field. Newcastle 1, City 1. Leeds United at Ellen Road. Oh my lord, that's not what you want to see. It's a loss at Ellen Road. It's Stoch scoring the only goal. That is a devastating loss. That puts a massive, massive dent into our top 4 hopes. Nottingham Forest is up next, and we will simulate through. Erling Haaland opens up 1-0. And so Erling Haaland's solo goal is the only goal in a 1-0 win against Nottingham Forest. Crystal Palace 3-2 win, a West Ham United 3-0 win. We are knocked out of the Champions League against Inter Milan there, 3-3 and then 2-1, so 5-4 on aggregate there. We are out of the Champions League. We are in the FA Cup semifinal, which this is the first time I've seen the FA Cup semifinal take place in April. And I just realized nope, never mind. This is not the FA Cup semi-final, because for some reason I thought this was the end of the season. It's not. We still have a whole nother month. So yeah, we have a whole nother month after that. So Chelsea and Arsenal is probably gonna be the next games we play in this crazy hectic schedule here. But as we get into that, we'll show you the Premier League standings at the moment with 7 games left to go, 8 games left to go for some teams. We are currently sitting in 5th here with those 2 wins. However, Tottenham could drop us back down to 6th, and we'd be a point behind them if they are to win that game. We are technically 3 points off the top 4, but Newcastle United have a game in hand, so that could jump up to 6 points, and which then we'd be technically 5 points behind Liverpool, which is the top 4 there. So it's still all to play for, and 2 massive teams in Chelsea and Arsenal to go through, and obviously Aston Villa as well. Let's get to that Chelsea game here away from home. And here we go, Erling Haaland and Manchester City taking on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Into Marmoush, and Marmoush into Savinho, and Savinho now crossed in back post. Erling Haaland flying header, and the machine scores again. It's another header for Erling. I think I scored more headers in this than any other save combined within the last couple years. It's Erling Haaland 1. It's a great chop cross into Erling Haaland, and it's a great header from the Norwegian beast himself.
1-0 it is. Good vision there. Chance to equalize.
Liam Delap. Neto. Palmer. He shot that with his purse. That should be 1-1. It really should be. Very lucky it's not. Neto. Stopped by Gavardio. And Gavardio into Jeremy Doku. And Jeremy Doku down the left-hand side. Here he is. And Doku stopped by Fofana. Liam Delap crossed in just into open land for Fofana. He chops it back to Cucurella. Cucurella now into Palmer. Block shot by Ake. It's going to fall perfectly for Lavia. And Donnarumma got a touch to it, but it's out into the back end at 1-1. And a 1-1 draw against Chelsea. It's not what we needed. Man, I did not want to quick sim this game, but we did, and it's a 2-1 win, so we at least get the good of it. Yekeres, red card in the first 6 minutes. What the heck did he do? But they went down to 10 minutes for 84 minutes of the game, and we managed to win 2-1. A 4-1 thrashing of Burnley. Haaland, Marmoush, and Erling Haaland with the hat trick. And so with 4 games left to go, we are 3 points off the top 4. Newcastle United was going invincible, and now they lost 4 out of the last 5 or 6 games. They've been absolutely getting destroyed. Everton versus City, and City come out on top. Savinho and Marmoush on the score sheet. And so with 3 games left to go, I'm telling you now, Newcastle United are going to hold strong, and we're going to finish 6th or 5th. So we are at least made into a European spot more than likely. We're 6 points ahead of Tottenham, who currently sit in 6th. We are 6 points ahead of Aston Villa. We are 10 points ahead against Nottingham Forest. So the worst we can do, realistically, is more than likely 7th, really 5th in my honest eyes. I think that's where we'll finish. We do have Aston Villa, who I thought was in the top 5. They now are in 7th. And out of curiosity, the teams getting relegated are Wolves, Sunderland, and Burnley. So every single team would have gotten out of the negatives points here, but Wolves will be sitting on 3 points. Sunderland would be sitting on 4. Burnley would be sitting on 7. We will simulate through this game here against Brentford. And Erling Haaland opens up the score in the first 7 minutes. It's 1-0. And Marmoush makes it 2-0. Rodri seals the deal, makes it 3-0. And a 3-0 win as we get closer and closer to the end of the season here. And so with 2 games left to go, we are 1 singular point off the top 4. 1. That is it. We need Newcastle United to drop points against West Ham or whoever else is their last team there. Liverpool are also, we are 3 points behind them, so we could theoretically get ahead of them. will it show me all of Newcastle's opponents here? It should, right? So Newcastle obviously taking on West Ham United. I expect them to win that in all honesty. Last game of the season, Newcastle taking on Fulham. That is not good enough in my opinion. Liverpool taking on Brentford. They'll take care of business there. And then they are taking on Aston Villa. That is a points drop opportunity there. Which if they do drop points and we obviously win against Aston Villa or win against Bournemouth here, we go top of them. So theoretically, we cannot be looking at Newcastle United. We could be looking at Liverpool here. We're going to simulate through here against Bournemouth and jump in if need be. Bournemouth take the lead. It's 1-0 to them. We are going to jump in here and try and win this game. We're losing to Bournemouth. How is that happening? Kluivert cross comes in. Ake can't win the header. Evan Nielsen wins it. Gavardio heads it clear, or clears it, just clears it. Doku. Tiani Reyners intercepted. Marmouche into Savinho. And Savinho now into Marmouche. And Omar Marmouche. Omar Marmouche. Omar Marmouche saved by Petrovic. This is it. This is the last chance here. Savinho crossed in for Erling. Erling cleared it away. And that's game over. It's a loss to Bournemouth. Top 4 is dead. Unless Newcastle and Aston Villa or Liverpool both lose. And so 1 game is all that left. And thank the Lord, Newcastle United, I'm assuming they've lost. They had to lose there. And then Liverpool as well. So we are 1 point still behind Newcastle United. We are taking on Aston Villa here. The worst we can do is 5th place. The worst we can do is 5th because Aston Villa, even if they beat us, cannot do our goal difference there. We need Fulham, who's currently sitting in 13th, to do a job. Or we need Brentford, who's currently sitting all the way down in 16th, to do a job against Liverpool. So it's looking like it's going to be 2nd place or 5th place for us. Here we go. Man City versus Aston Villa. Savinho into Rodri, and Rodri can't get a shot off. Jeremy Doku into Erling Haaland, and Erling Haaland now on his weaker foot, and Erling Haaland finds the back of the net. It's 1-0 for City here, at least looking to end this season on a high. Savinho, fake chop block. He's going to do it again. Into Erling. Header. It's a muffled one. It's straight into the hands of Martinez. Savinho, cross in. Cross comes in. It's headed away. And that is halftime. Oh, how does that get through? Donnarumma makes a save. Tielemans saved by Donnarumma. Oh, and Ollie Watkins is in. And Ollie Watkins, Aston Villa too. Gonzalez, Marmouche, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland finds the back end at 2-2. We need to win. We need to give ourselves a chance. Newcastle's probably going to win. Liverpool's probably going to win. And even if Newcastle draw, that is good enough for us if we win. We have to win and Newcastle have to draw or lose. Gavardio out wide for Doku. Doku on for Marmouche. And Omar Marmouche straight into Onana. Marmouche now in for Erling. And Erling Haaland splitting the defenders. And Erling Haaland straight into Konsa. Heavy touch there, losing the ball. Because of course. Nico, Haaland, Marmouche. Back into Erling. And Erling Haaland now. Saved by Martinez. That was it. That could be the goal. That could be the save. We need them to lose. Now, we need Newcastle to have loss. If Newcastle lost, we still have a chance. Newcastle, I don't see it. Liverpool won. I think Newcastle drew. I think I just seen 1-1 there. I did just see 1-1. I needed to win that game, and we was top 4. We win that game with top 4. But nope, we finished 5th. And if you put the 20 points on, we win the league 86-82. Highest goal scorer was actually Omar Mamouche with 29 goals. Holland had 26. Well, this was a fun little experiment. A career mode series will begin tomorrow. Until then, leave a like, subscribe. And if you want me to do this with a club that actually will compete for relegation, like a Wolves, a Leeds United, a Burnley, because let's go see who actually got relegated here. Okay, maybe not. Let's go see who actually would have got relegated. Sunderland finished on 26 points. Wolves on 27. Burnley on 27. So let me see with one of those teams, or like a Brentford who would have finished outside the top 17 or the bottom 3. But with that 20-point deduction would be on 16, so they'd be fighting relegation as well. So if you want to see me do a team like that, let me know in the comments. Until then, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.